What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the Storm Comfort Springs on my 2025 Elantra N. So when I was looking to lower my Elantra N, there was a bunch of different options. I think there's like AST, Storm, I think there's like H&R and Eibach. There's a few other brands that are a little less known out there that make springs for the Elantra N. One thing I kept coming back to was the Storm Comfort Springs, just because I drive my car every single day. And sometimes I have to take my little man in the back seat, and I want something that would lower the car to look good, but not, beat me up while I'm driving to work or taking my kid to Kroger or getting groceries or whatever. But I still want it to look nice. Like, you want your car to look good, nice. And the biggest thing for me about this car that kind of drove me crazy was the rake on the suspension. Like, the car kind of sat like this, like the rear was arched up really high and the front was like actually had pretty okay fitment from the factory. So I wanted to get the suspension kind of taken care of just as far as aesthetics. Now, if you want to do like a track build or something like that, springs may not be what you're going for. You may do coilovers or whatever. But for me, just a daily driver, I thought the Storm Comfort Spring was going to be my best bet. So I ordered the Storm Comfort Springs. I found a seller on eBay that had them. It came pretty quick. Storm is like a Korean brand, so all their stuff like was in Korean or whatever, but not really an issue. My buddy was nice enough. He helped me install them at the dealership he worked at. So we used a spring compressor, and I have some images I will show you as I talk. I'll pop them up. But we used a spring compressor tool, like a professional tool, to remove the top hats and change the springs out. The fronts were a little more difficult than the rears, because the rears you kind of just like dropped down the arms and were able to kind of put the new ones in and tighten the bolts, and it was a lot quicker. So the fronts took a little more time. You had to take the whole shock assembly and then compress the spring and do that whole thing. But it really wasn't that bad. And then right after that, we just did like a quick drive to Chick-fil-A, got lunch, left the springs kind of like bed in, and then threw it on the alignment rack. Nothing off once we aligned it. There was no camber bolts needed. I know people say that you need camber bolts for some reason. I have not experienced that. Mine was completely green. Now, if your camber is off or whatever, then you may need camber bolts, but I've heard people in the forums saying that. Not for me. So everything was like perfectly aligned. Steering wheel's dead straight, which I'm like super OCD about my car driving and tracking straight. So that's perfect. So I got the springs installed at 5,000 miles. My car is now at like 13,500 miles, give or take. I had these for long enough that I'm able to give like a pretty good review and kind of figure out like what they're like to live with. So I drive my car to work several days a week, and it's about an hour round trip. But some days are better than others as far as traffic and whatnot. But I drive my car in traffic like probably most other people, and I want it to be comfortable. So the biggest thing about these springs is that they ride very, very similar to stock. The only time like a discernible difference really with how it rides is going over like different roads. Like when a road has a pothole, or the road kind of changes, like on the highway, say you're going over a bridge and there's like a little gap, or like the road is uneven. There's like two different heights of pavement, and then you're hitting that do-do-do-do. Whole car takes the impact a little harder than it would on stock spring setup. At least that's what I've noticed. People may say, well, are you bottoming out your suspension? No, I actually did trim the bump stops on the front struts. I think like 1 notch or whatnot. Don't quote me on that, but I remember trimming the bump stops per like Storm's instructions. So that way the car is not like sitting on the bump stops the whole time. My impression with the Storm springs are it rides exactly how the car should and kind of did ride from the factory. But now the car just sits a little lower. So I'll show you guys how the car looks. And I also put 15 millimeter spacers on the car to kind of give it a better look and fill out the wheel wells. Now, taking like hard turns or hitting roundabouts with some speed, or just kind of like, taking your car through the twisties, really there's not a whole lot of difference. Most of the time I drive my car, I have it in N mode custom, and I have like the car performance stuff turned up, like the exhaust, the engine, the revs, all that stuff. I have all that like switched to like the highest, and then I have my springs I have my suspension almost always on like the most comfortable, because I'm sure you guys know if you keep it on like full N mode, it can kind of get exhausting with like how bumpy it gets. The only time I'll really put it in like N full was when like I'm able to really enjoy like a twisty road or something. And these springs handle basically, I would say, just like stock, maybe a little more firm. And I do feel the car is very confident and flat There's not a lot of body roll at all with this car. There wasn't a lot with it factory, and there's not a lot with these springs. These springs give it a lot of confidence, and it feels really good. So I recommend these springs for people who are looking for like a really good daily setup. They're not super worried about like being the lowest or slammed, but they want like a very good OEM plus spring setup. It's not going to like wow you on the track, but it's not going to beat you up on your drive to pick up Whole Foods. See, I am on the Kona N wheels, and I've had the suspension both on the Kona N wheels and the stock wheels. I have them set up there. I'm also on the DWS 06 tires, which are really, really good for the money. I mean, they are really, really good tires. You can see my spacers here. So it has a really good fitment. I'm really happy with the way this thing looks. They don't poke. You can see a little bit of like that natural camber, but it is about perfect in my opinion. I don't rub the fenders. There's no pulling, rolling, or anything funky you gotta do, at least for me. Everyone may be different, but like I've hit bumps, I have gone down driveways. The only thing I will do is like scrape my aftermarket lip a little bit. And here is the rear. Pushing the wheels out with the spacers gives it a much more aggressive and like performance car look. There's still a decent amount of gap, you know, for your tire and suspension to compress, kind of tuck into the body. Hopefully I was able to give you guys some good information to make your own decision when you buy some springs. I'm really happy with my Storm Comfort springs, not sponsored or anything. I paid my own money and then installed them with a buddy.